Greetings one and all, how's everyone doing? I hope well. I'm out here in Nashville Forest. I've actually got a Canteen Cup Cooking video going on behind the camera, which you should check my channel for that. But I want to do a VR to my buddy Really Big Monkey 1, my brother from another mother. He did a video called Wild Camping Tips. I thought I'd throw my 2 cents in. So I think the biggest hang up people have with wild camping, or also called dispersed camping, you know, being away from the public campsites, is they're basically out in the woods by themselves. And you know, there are certainly concerns in doing this. You know, you're not just a shout away from help. Although where I'm at, it's only because of availability, distance for drive, and also I just like it out here. But there's actually people camping the next side over. So even if I was in trouble, I have a whistle on my bag. I could blow it, hopefully they hear it. I don't want to test it and see if they actually can hear it from their camp. But if I can make my way over there, I would go if I was hurt. I mean, I do have first aid, but I'm no EMT or medical professional. I just do the best I can, grab my stuff or leave it, go out and go to the next camp, try to get help. So, I mean, it's like a mile down, quarter mile down the road. But I have to get back to the road, which is just over there. But I don't go super far out, mostly because of time. I'm just doing a day trip today. So being alone, and you know, I think it's a legitimate fear that some people have about camping by themselves. And you know, there's nothing to be ashamed of for being afraid of being outdoors. I mean, the fact of the matter is, there are animals out here. You know, we're in the woods. This is their home. They have they have advantage. They have the strength, the power, the speed, the quickness, the agility. I mean, a mountain lion could be on me in a heartbeat, and I would probably never even hear it coming. You know, maybe he breaks a twig, and I'm just like, whoa. And you know, here's its face right here, and it's like ah. You know, I'm no fighter. It's like, you know, my chances are slim to zero. You know, I mean, I do have a knife on me if I can get it out quick enough, but, you know, a mountain lion's fast, so. But do I let it deter me from coming out here? I don't. I mean, the fact of the matter is, you know, I talked about this before, I almost got run over in the grocery store parking lot just because this lady comes whipping around the corner and wasn't, you know, it was literally, I looked through the window and she was literally doing this. And just whips around the corner, damn near hit me. If I wasn't paying attention, I would have got hit by a car. So, you know, it can happen anywhere. So there's always, life has, you know, its own dangers. Hang on, I guess. Checking my lunch water, see if it was at a boil yet. One thing you can, and I also wanted to grab my bear spray. One thing you can bring with you is bear spray. You know, you might be able to get to it quick enough. Got a glow-in-the-dark safety cap. I've literally had this can years. I don't know if it's still even effective. I figure if it gets me enough away, if I can get to the truck before I'm chewed up, win. You know, I'll just deal with whatever, you know. And there's actually a fire station just down the road, so that's, if I was slashed good enough. I actually have my first aid kit, which I have to get up and get again. Son of a gun. Sorry about that. It's you know, this little quick clot trauma pack. The camera will focus on it. Yeah, I got which is still not even open because I have no need to open it. Thankfully, knock on wood. So you can do things. Now, some people bring firearms, but my issue is, you know, not everyone likes firearms. I mean, it's just a fact. Some people just straight hate firearms. So to suggest to them, hey, you hate firearms, but you should carry a gun. Yeah, I love guns, so if I had a shotgun, I'd probably bring it with me on a regular basis. But that's only because I enjoy them. You know, I don't know if I would be shooting out here, but because, you know, there are people around and there's actually little kids over here, so, you know, knowing that, I probably wouldn't be. So, yeah. So there's the alone factor. Now, I don't carry a map and compass because I'm not far from the road. The deeper, if I went really deep, then I would change up my plans. I would actually make sure to bring a map and bring a compass and, you know, leave a plan. That's another crucial about wild camping, is let someone know where you're going to be. I did a video on this and I mapped out my area. Unfortunately, because of the Rona, I haven't been able to go over to visit my parents because they're worried about catching it. So, you know, no map and compass, but I'm not far from the car. I actually am going to be moving to another area, maybe next week, if depending on weather, and I'm going to have to make a new plan, tell them where I'm going to be, because I don't want to get out there and say, oh yeah, I went to a new spot and blah blah blah. So yeah, I check my water again. Alrighty, just finished lunch. It was delicious. Let's move right along into gear. Gear does not have to be expensive, despite what people say. You can come out here with cheap gear and still have fun and still have a good time and still get the job done. Do you need a $40 folding saw? No. I've been out here plenty of times with a $10 buck saw. More times I can count, which is actually kind of my favorite saw, because I get to cut on both pull and push. It's not super heavy, and I don't mind carrying the weight because of the function it does. It's a great cutting tool. I mean, granted, I do have some high-end gear, like the LT Wright knife, but that's because I have a problem. You know, I have a serious gear addiction problem. I keep wanting to buy more gear. In fact, I was at work the other day checking Amazon for gear I already have just because it was shiny and new. I'm like, ooh. But, you know, that's my problem. But I'm actually working on that budget camping series, which I'll link the playlist in the description. There's not just my channel, there's other gentlemen on there too, ladies and gentlemen, who are getting it done with inexpensive gear, or inexpensive gear ideas. Now, the one area I would spend money is not necessarily your knife, but I would absolutely spend your money on sleep system. It sucks being cold when you're sleeping. I can tell you this from personal experience. Spend the money on a decent sleeping bag or two, you know, for different temperature ratings. Take them out and try them out. You know, if you're in bed and you're cold, and I don't buy the whole, well, you just gotta have a fire going all night. It's like, well, it's a ton of work making all that firewood, and it sucks waking up every couple hours cold when the fire dies down. I can tell you that from personal experience. It sucks. It sucks. Been there. You know, if that's how you want to roll, if that's how you want to outdoor, more power to you. I'd rather not go there. I don't want to do it. Forget it. I'd rather just bring a sleeping bag that's rated well enough to keep you warm throughout the night. It sucks laying there cold. You know, in the morning, it's colder in the morning. You're laying there, you're shivering. You know, I would rather bring a lower rated bag and unzip it a little bit to let some air in and out than to have a bag I'm having to zip all the way up and I'm still shivering. So, and shivering is the first sign of hypothermia. So, you know, you can look into dressing in layers. You know, like you notice I always wear this, I got a t-shirt underneath this over the top, and then this over that, and I'm pretty comfortable, even without a big fire. I mean, it's not even that sunny today, which I thought was going to be sunnier, but you can always shed layers, which is a whole nother topic, you know, wearing layers. You can always take something off, but you can't really, if you're wearing everything you have and you're so cold, then you're not dressed properly. So, yeah. Okay, so there's food now. I literally just made lunch. Mac and cheese, Ann's mac and cheese, and I added some chicken to it. The chicken was $1. The mac and cheese, I think there were 4 for $5, or they might have been like 10 for $10. So $1.25, $1. And it was good. I mean, I had a little thing of butter, which I think I had one left over. How would I do with it? I threw it somewhere. Well, anyway, go to a store, a grocery store, that has those butters sitting out, and just grab one. You know, buy something out of the deli case and just grab one of those butters, and you're golden. Or grab 2 or 3. That's what I did. I just went in, bought a burrito, and then I went over their condiments. Another thing, grab a few condiments. You know, whatever you want, ketchup, taco sauce. I've been some that have honey. I mean, you know, this is a good meal, and I cooked it in a Canteen Cup. Simple. I could cook the same thing. Eyes are playing tricks on me. I could play the same thing. What was I saying? Dang it. Shoot. I distracted myself, and then I lost my train of thought. Dumb. So this was cheap and easy, delicious. Don't spend the money. Don't spend $9 on a freeze-dried meal. Nothing wrong with freeze-dried meals. I've eaten plenty of them, and they taste just fine. Some people hate them, and that's fine. That's just your own individual taste. But I think most stuff you could cook at home, you can cook in the woods. So, I mean, you can do hot dogs, you can warm up some chili, do chili dogs, you can put brats over the fire, man, there's so much stuff you can do in the woods to eat. It's just ridiculous how easy it is. And all you gotta do is just, if you can cook it at home, you can cook it out here. Boiled some pasta, drained it behind a log, which I'm gonna go bury it before I leave. You know, something will probably still dig it up. It's just, you know, just water. I'm not worried about dropping a few noodles everywhere because I'm not spending the night out here. So, meals, easy. You could also do ramen, jerky. It's endless what you could do. I mean, hell, I've come out here and made bannock. You know, it's just flour, water, mixed it up, fried it in the pan, cooked it in the pan. And people know how much I love bannock. So what else is there? There's food, there's gear, being alone. So, I guess if you're going to start doing this, also, you know what you could do is, you know, you could look for groups if you're on Facebook. Try looking for groups that are camping groups and see if you can tag along with someone. Hey, I'm looking at getting, excuse me, lunch. Say, hey, I put the feelers out there. Hey, I live in such and such. You know, I've never camped before. Someone might be cool enough to say, hey, you know, you can tag along with us, kind of get the feel for it, see if that's what you want to do. I would definitely make sure to check them out and get their info, and not, you know, go, you know, this, you know, don't hook up with a guy wearing a ski mask in his, you know, his picture, or you know, even if he's got the neck gaiter up. You know, I don't know if I would trust that person to be in the woods with, but you know, look for cool people. You know, there's also friends, family members. I mean, if you have someone who hunts in the family, they could be an outdoorsman. Come on, smoke. I haven't stayed away from the fire. Douche. Okay, so yeah, go with friends. You know, start with day trips. Come on a day trip. I got the woods probably about maybe 10 a.m. this morning. I got a little bit of a late start. Get out here, make a fire, cook some food. You know, if the food doesn't work out, you know, bring a snack, and then say, oh, well, it didn't work, so, you know, bury the food that you burnt / destroyed, eat your snack, try it again next time. You know, I mean, I've failed to do things out here, and then, you know, I didn't die. One thing I would recommend, though, if you're coming out the first time, always bring toilet paper with you. And I'll say this, not to be crude, but last week I was out here, and I'm glad I had these MRE teepees with me. So glad, because something I ate decided, hey, we're going to evacuate, and we're going to do it in about 2 seconds, so you better move. So, yeah, toilet paper, and then I had some wet naps in here, which I just went to a restaurant that had them, and I just grabbed them right off the table, shoved them in my pocket. Glad I had them too. Tell you what, it would have been an uncomfortable drive home, if you know what I'm saying. Whew. Time to take a break.